Hey listeners, welcome to another episode of the Voiceover Learning Lounge podcast. This is just a time that I'm taking to tell everyone who might be new to my work about a couple of things that I've added into my web shop for people who use Mac with VoiceOver or for people who use NVDA. So if you're new here and you're either listening to this on Apple Podcasts or on YouTube, you might not know that I have an online learning space. So I've seen some new subscribers on my YouTube where this is made available, and I've seen lots of new faces in the podcast space as well, where this little episode can also be heard. So for those that might not know, I have an online learning space and you can access it easily. Just, I put the link in the description, but if you don't know how to find that, all you have to do is open any browser and then type the words accessiblelearning.gumroad.com. So that's accessible learning, just like how it sounds, .gumroad.com. You can do this on any browser. Right now I'm running Chrome with NVDA, and I have just typed that in, and the title of this page is as follows.
Charmaine from the Accessible Learning Lounge.
Charmaine from the Accessible Learning Lounge. This is the space that I've created where you can either get one-on-one tutoring from me, or you can explore the things that I'm about to tell you about. They are basically pre-recorded audio lessons. So when you come here, you'll be met with some tabs, and you can navigate by form field to get there. There will be a tab called
Need one-on-one accessible AI1 Need lessons on using Chromevox tab.
Lessons on using Chromevox, and then there will be another one called
Lessons on using NVDA for Windows tab.
Lessons on using NVDA, and then there will be another one called
Lessons on Mac with VoiceOver tab selected.
Lessons on Mac with VoiceOver. And then, like, if you pass those, there will be tabs that I'm not gonna spend time going over, but they involve how to get one-on-one tutoring if you're hoping to get that from me. But let's say you just want to look at the pre-recorded audio lessons. The new things that I've added are basically, I have grouped these lessons into little bundles. So it's a work in progress, but that's mainly what I wanted to let people know about, that there are my lessons there. Like, for example, if you choose lessons on NVDA for Windows.
Lessons on using Chromevox tab. Lessons on using NVDA for Windows tab.
It's right here, so I'm just going to select the tab. And then if you navigate by heading, it's right up at the top, this new thing that I've added. It's called
Lesson Packs / Bundles.
Lesson Packs / Bundles. And basically, they are my pre-recorded audio lessons grouped into bundles for anyone who would rather think about my lessons in that way. So I have something here called, and this is again navigable by heading, it's called
Make Your Own Lesson Pack. Pick any 2 lessons from my shop and receive a free reference sheet of your own choosing.
So this is the first one that's here. This is the first one. It's something new. It's called Make Your Own Lesson Pack. This basically, if you decide to get this, it basically lets you go into my shop of audio lessons, and those are just, you just keep navigating by heading and you'll see all the individual lessons that I offer. I'm not going to play them all for you, but you could essentially pick any 2 lessons, and with that, you'll get a complimentary reference sheet. What are reference sheets? That brings me to the next new thing that I've added that I'll get to after I explain these bundles. They are notes, basically, that come along with the audio lessons. So, but I'll get to that in a minute. Let me just get to the next bundle that I have here.
Beginner's Lesson Pack. Taking your first steps toward learning NVDA heading level 4 link.
So this is the next bundle that I've just put up. It's called Beginner's Lesson Pack, Taking Your First Steps Toward Learning NVDA. You can open it and explore it at your own time, but basically what happens here is that it's a collection of 5 lessons, digital MP3 files that basically help you build a foundation with learning how to use NVDA. So you have that bundle, but you also have another bundle here that comes with the beginner's lessons, and it comes with reference sheets. So here's what it's called.
Beginner's Lesson Pack with Reference Materials. Learn the basics of NVDA heading level 4 link.
It's called Beginner's Lesson Pack with reference materials or something like that. See, I already forgot what I called it, but this bundle has pre-recorded lessons as well as reference sheets. And I'm finally getting to what reference sheets are. They are basically Word documents. People have been asking me to create these, and I finally created them. Each of my pre-recorded audio lessons here, in case you're new and you've never ever experienced one of my audio lessons, they're just basically, short MP3 files that are under an hour long, and they cover, a certain topic, okay? And for a while, I was just kind of going like that. People would get an audio lesson, listen to the material, and learn like that. But somewhere along the line, someone, or many people, not just one person, many people came and asked me, do you have notes to go along with these audio recordings? Because, they have difficulty writing notes. So that gave me the idea of doing this. So if you go through the different sections and again, it's just navigating at the heading level 2.
Learning to type on your PC, getting started with NVDA for beginners.
So if we take this one, getting started with NVDA for beginners, this is a section. And first, when you come to this section, there will be audio lessons that go over, that are at the beginner level, like this one.
Audio lesson, how to download and install NVDA. Audio lesson, getting started with NVDA for beginners.
Okay, and you just go along like that. But right after you are done with going through the sections, going through the audio lessons in this beginners section, what I've started to add is a section that sounds like this.
Reference sheets to go along with beginner lessons.
Reference sheets to go along with beginners lessons. And, if you go along and there into the other sections, there's one for reading and writing. After every section of audio lessons will be a section that sounds just like that. Reference sheets to go along with, blah, blah, blah section, like whatever section came before it. So in this case, it's reference sheets to go along with the beginners section. And if you just proceed downwards from here by heading, you'll start to see reference sheets like this.
Reference sheet, getting started with NVDA heading level 4 link.
This one's called Reference Sheet, Getting Started with NVDA. And guess what? It's basically a Word document that outlines or lists the main commands or takeaways that are taught, that correspond to the audio lessons. So the next one is
Reference Sheet, using the taskbar and moving around your PC with NVDA heading level 4 link.
So there's this one. It says, using the taskbar, moving around your PC. And the next one,
Reference Sheet, deleting and recovering files with NVDA heading level 4 link.
So let me give you another example. I just, played one that said reference sheet, deleting and recovering files with NVDA. There is basically, these reference sheets are basically named after the same title of the lesson that they correspond to. So I have a lesson somewhere in my extensive catalog of lessons here, my extensive library, that's called Deleting and Recovering Files with NVDA or something similar. And, basically each reference sheet that you are going to see in these sections here are basically the notes that are meant to accompany the lessons that they correspond to. So if I open one of them,
Reference Sheet, deleting.
Let's click on Deleting and Recovering Files with NVDA. Here we go.
Reference Sheet, deleting and recovering files with NVDA.
And then we start to read the description here.
Link out of cat link sharp NVDA. This is a Word document that accompanies the lesson linked below on file deletion and recovery with NVDA. It includes how to delete and restore files, and how to empty the recycle bin.
So it tells you a little bit about what's included in case you're somebody who, only wants reference materials. That's fine too. Let's say you pretty much know this stuff, but you need a refresher. You can also get the reference sheet separately. But if you want to know which lesson this Word document, these notes correspond to, I've put the link down below in the description of the reference sheet. So when you open the reference sheet up, you'll see the link.
No refund. The lesson it blank. The lesson it is related to is here. Blank. Clickable link HTTP.
So it says the lesson it's related to is here, and it gives you a link, and if I click on it,
Clickable link mini audio lesson. Deleting and recovering files with NV.
it brings you to that page where that lesson, that audio lesson is held, where it lives. So it's called Deleting and Recovering Files. So again, the bottom line, if you're still with me, is that each of these reference sheets here are notes or takeaways. They list the main commands or takeaways that correspond to the audio lesson that they are meant to accompany. So it's basically a way for you to listen to my audio lessons, not have to worry about making your own notes, because I've already made the notes for you. So if you're the kind of person who wants to listen and get notes along to go along with what you heard or what you learned in the lesson, these reference sheets are for you. So hopefully if you're listening to this, you either have some interest and would like to check this out, or if you know of a friend or a loved one who would want something to do with this, please bring them to accessiblelearning.gumroad.com or reach out to me. The email is volearninglounge@gmail.com. Thank you, and enjoy the rest of your day.